This is Real Extra Commentary.
Hello, hello, hello.
Here we are.
First episode of Real Extra Commentary. It has been a long time coming, folks. I think I've been talking about this for 2 years now, and we're finally recording the first episode.
Yes, dreams do come true, Rachel.
They do. I mean, another podcast. Do we need another one? Why not? So I know you're doing a bunch of them too. So
Yeah. It's kind of podcast season, I think, but yes. But I am so excited to be here, part of Real Extra Commentary with my real extra friend. I'm just kidding.
I am real extra.
Yeah, let's be honest, we both are.
This is true. That is why I thought you would be perfect for my co-host.
Here we are.
And here we are. And we're going to see how this goes, because not only was this a long time coming for me as far as something I've been wanting to do, but also us recording, because there always has been something that has come up. This is like going to be an Olympics episode that was planned for the beginning of the Olympics, and now the Olympics are done.
But basically, it's been like we're in the Olympics of podcast recording now. So
That's a good way to put it.
Takes time.
It's a real good way to put it. So I suppose we should do introductions, say who we are, what we do, why we're here. I'll lead that off with, my name is Rachel Swendiman. I live in Los Angeles, and I am an actor. Love movies and television. I just want to talk about it. So
Love that. Yes, and my name is Poonam Basu, and I also work in film and television, and I am an actor and a filmmaker. Love the movies, love cinema, love all sorts of international film, domestic film, everything. Just a big fan of movies and a big fan of Rachel, to be honest. So excited to be here.
Well, thank you for joining me. And hopefully over the course of this podcast, we'll be talking about our favorite movies, your favorite movies, television shows, and maybe even some movie reviews. We're going to see where this goes.
Yeah.
It's going to be an
Love it.
evolution.
Yes, and thank you all for listening and joining in our adventure.
Yes, thank you for joining us. And today, as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about some movies that are Olympics based. Some classics, Cool Runnings, and Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory. I'm so excited.
Me too. Don't, I want to quote you. Tell me if I'm wrong. You said you hadn't seen Cool Runnings before? Or
I had not. So I don't know how I missed it growing up. But yeah, somehow I never saw Cool Runnings until recently when you mentioned it. And I'm so glad that you brought it up because I loved it. It is definitely one of those movies that completely holds up, stands true to the test of time. And yeah, I think I thought I saw it because there are so many memes and references to
Yes.
things in the movie that I like know of them. Sanka, are you dead? Like, Sanka, are you dead? Like, I've heard all of these jokes and things like so many times, and I don't know. I was like, I must have seen that movie, right? Yeah, clearly. And then when you were like, let's talk about it, I was like, I have nothing to say.
Well, it's funny because I used to watch that movie so much when I was growing up, and then I went back to rewatch it, obviously in preparation for this, and I was like, I forgot so much of what made that movie so special, from the very quotable lines to the interesting situations that lead them to the Olympics, and then the villains.
Oh, yes. I mean, I feel like we don't make movies like this anymore. And it makes me kind of sad where there's this beautiful arc and this like we're rooting for the underdog and there's a clear kind of antagonist character who kind of has their own arc. I feel like today the movies are so they're even the ones that are supposed to be inspiring don't go the way Cool Runnings went, where there was like honor and chutzpah and friendship and teamwork
Ah,
and all of those delicious, like,
yes.
I don't know, it's like they weren't afraid of being cheesy, and that made it so warm, like, gave you all the feels in all the right places.
Exactly. Like the hardened guy who didn't want to make friends with everybody, taking the kind of nerdy, quiet, shy one
Mhm.
under his wing and being like, no, you look in that
Yes!
mirror
Yes!
and you say this affirmation that you are powerful.
So classic. And, like, being able to like, each character had, like, such a beautiful arc, you know, standing up to your parents, like, finding that agency and that authority, finding your mark in the Olympics, like, where there's a will, there's a way. Like, okay, so track didn't work out, but I gotta get it to the Olympics. And, like, it's just all of it is so beautiful. And one of the things I really, really appreciated that I really feel like, even as a society, we've kind of lost track of, but um, the coach really owning his mistake. I feel like we don't see that anymore, where people it wasn't like an error, it wasn't somebody trying to do something bad to them or something, like, it's like, he actually cheated. He did the
Yeah.
bad thing, but he doesn't shy away from it, and I think that is a character trait that is really underappreciated and really just I don't know, it's just not really seen anymore. People are so, I don't know, like, more, selfish about kind of I don't know what I'm saying. I lost my train.
I think I know what you're saying. I mean, even with, since we're talking the Olympics, I believe, well, Russia wasn't in this Olympics because, well, for two reasons. The main reason was because of the war in Ukraine,
Mhm,
but
mhm, mhm.
I don't know, but I think maybe something had to do with like the doping scandal from the last
Oh,
Olympics, but I know that they got their medals taken away from them on the last Olympics. Even though I think they got gold in the team event, and when the doping scandal came out, they took back their medals. So, yeah. And then certain people were not able to come back. But my point of this was I don't know if they really like took ownership and was like, yeah, we did this and we're not going to do it again. It was sort of like, oh, this is not fair.
right. Where's the world, where there's integrity and taking responsibility for your actions? Like, I feel like now it's all about, like, figuring out a way, figuring out the loophole, and I'm like, that's just I don't wanna live in a world like that. I wanna go back to this other world of Cool Runnings.
Yes. The world of cool runnings.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about that, and this is something that I did research. So this one I do know. The real versus the real, which is sort of going to
Oh.
be part of this podcast,
Mhm.
is what is the real life? And not just for the movies we're watching, but like just in general. So we'll talk a little bit about the controversies from the Olympics figure skating this year, but also Cool Runnings is based on a true story. And I
Mhm.
wanted to know how closely it was based. And apparently not very close at all.
Not very closely. True to Hollywood
Yes.
style. Hollywood
So,
adaptation.
yes. So I wish that in real life somebody had taken ownership. There being a cheater is not good, but there was no cheating coach. And so no one to have taken ownership. But I'm glad that they put that in there because John Candy was great.
Was so good, yeah, and that's kind of what you want from a movie, right? You want that from cinema to be aspirational. So I like that they added
Yes.
that to the story for the movie version, you know?
Yes, exactly. Well, and it's, yeah, as you said, Hollywood. So they've got to make it a story, which, as you mentioned earlier, they've got to have the arch villains. And apparently in real life,
Yes.
everybody was so supportive and
Yes!
actually loaned them equipment.
So great. And, when I read about that, I was like, that tracks so much because we're talking about, um, elite athletes. When you get to, like, in my opinion, when you get to, like, the high level of anything, whether it's arts or athletics or anything, you're just so high vibe that being a dick like that just is it's just, like, not a thing, you know? It's just not a thing anymore. It makes sense that they were supportive. It makes sense that they wanted to, like, help them out, that they were, like, excited by their story. I think that makes so much sense, but I also, as a screenwriter and someone who actually adapts work for the screen, I totally understand why they were like, for this movie, we're going to have a very clear antagonist. So someone's going to have to be the villain.
And it was the Swiss, right? It wasn't Germany. I feel like that would have
Right.
been like
Swiss.
very obvious. I mean, like, oh, of course, the Germans again.
Yes, in the 90s, that was always the thing, right? The Germans were the evil ones. So it was
Yes.
interesting that they chose the Swiss.
Exactly. I mean, they were still speaking German.
Right.
So that's why I was like, Germany? But yes, they were the Swiss.
They definitely had very like German vibe, but no, Swiss team.
Swiss. Well, the reason for that is because having been to Switzerland, there are three distinct regions of Switzerland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The German region up near Germany, the Italian region down near Italy, and then the French region over by France. And I went and visited all three of them.
Oh, okay.
This is probably for another podcast, but I really, really enjoyed the German Switzerland. Everything was like clockwork. So
Yes.
trains
I've
were on
heard,
time.
but only been to the French side of
Oh,
Switzerland.
you have?
Yes. And it was lovely and beautiful and wonderful. But yes, I've heard this said about the German Swiss, and I love it. I think it's wonderful.
I mean, you could always count on the trains being exactly when they said they were going to be. Loved it.
Let's get back on track. Okay.
So let's go back to Cool
Cool
Runnings. I think
Runnings.
that's what we were talking about. Yes. So what was your favorite part of the movie?
Man, so many moments. My favorite part, I think would have to be kind of that iconic moment when after they crash and then they carry the sled over the finish line and like win the hearts of everyone, including Team Swiss, who, I love that they had their own redemption arc in that moment, which I also think is beautiful, giving the antagonist a moment to like have their truth and their goodness shine through.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that. I love that moment. And I know that was also not something that happened in real life because the sled is too heavy to do that.
Yes, correct. I will tell you what happened.
Yes.
So they did crash. It was unfortunately not due to a faulty sled, though. It was due to driver error. Oopsies. Oops. But they actually did walk next to the sled. So they didn't carry it. They had technical people come in who were like pushing the sled, but they did walk next to it up to the finish line or end point or whatever it is for bobsledding. Is it a finish line?
It's a finish line. I think it's a finish line. Yeah. But it's also, it's such a classy thing to do, finish the run, and it's just like good sportsmanship, good, just pride in what you're doing. And yeah, it just says a lot about your character. I really, really appreciated that moment. How about you? What was your favorite?
My favorite was definitely, well, that's a great moment, by the way.
Thank you.
I would definitely be the scene between Yul Brynner and Junior, where he is giving him the pep talk to stand up to his father. And I don't know about you, but I struggled with confidence and with just sticking up for myself for a really long time, especially when I was in school. And I loved seeing that again because there's just something like, maybe I should do that. Because people say do mirror affirmations. That is a good thing to do.
Yes.
And that was a great one.
I love that.
Yeah. I mean,
That's really beautiful.
I have power.
Yes. You know what else is really great for mirror affirmations is what I've noticed is like sometimes saying it in first person doesn't work. And I thought like it was something that was wrong with me. But actually, I've noticed affirmations for me work really well in third person or second person. So if I'm doing mirror work, saying like, you are powerful, you are strong, you are wonderful, that for some reason hits me personally more than saying I. Yeah, second person, I guess, is not third person. That wouldn't make sense. Poonam is so cool. I'm just kidding. No, that doesn't work. Second person is what I meant.
That's what I was thinking. I was just like, that's a way.
But third person omniscient. Poonam had thoughts about herself, and she... No, second person is what I meant. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I could not remember what second. I was like, is that you? It is.
It
so
is.
why do you think that works?
I don't know. But I do think that it's important to kind of trust yourself and your instrument. So like it's great to like try all of these things, but you have to do the one that like really resonates. And so I noticed when I first started doing mirror work that the eye like wasn't really working and I kind of like powered through and then found some other things. But then when I tried to do it again and I ended up just saying you, I just received it so much easier. And so for me, I know that that works because it was just the ease of being able to receive that message and like feeling it in my body, feeling it land. I don't know. I think some people are just wired, and I think everyone is wired differently, and everyone has to kind of find their own jam. So
Maybe
yeah,
I'll
but
try
I mean,
that.
yeah, try it out. See if it works for you, or if the eye affirmations work, don't fix what's not broken. Like,
There's no harm in trying something to see if it works better. But yeah, I love that because
but that
sometimes you just
scene,
need to. Oh, yes, that scene, because Yule finally is coming for the team. Like he's always a very stoic and gruff character,
yeah,
and this was like sort of like big brother, protective, mama bear, papa bear,
yeah,
whatever.
no, totally, yeah, it was
So
very sweet,
I
and like
loved that moment.
I also loved that they kind of like set it up in a way where like you knew Junior was going to win him over at some point, but you just
Yeah.
weren't sure how. And I just thought that was a really masterful arc as well, where, you're like, it's coming, but you don't know how. And I love that he kind of keeps that like gruff, like, this doesn't mean I like you. Like, but it's like, yes, it does, you big softy.
Yeah,
Like,
big softy. No, exactly. Yep. Oh man. Oh, and that just reminds me of like how they all met
mm,
because that was wild. The
yes.
talk about like big softy slash scary, scary man. Poor Junior. Poor Junior.
Oh, I'm so sad.
It was so sad. I felt
So
bad for
funny sad.
everybody. And I was just like, why did you think that you could do this race? Boy, oh, that's terrible. Is that terrible of me to say? But also, he was not a sprinter. Like, it makes sense, bobsled, but like, he he really just wanted to do something special, and he picked sprinting for the Olympics. I don't know.
Um, was that true? Of that they were all sprinters? No. Okay, what was the truth of that one?
They were not. They were Jamaican military. So
Oh, right.
yeah, so they actually did try to recruit track stars,
Mm.
track people, because apparently per capita, Jamaica has one of the highest medal counts out of any country because there's not that many people in Jamaica, but they have a lot of medals for Summer Olympics. And so they wanted to see if they could get track stars because they're fast, because that was the whole thing. They're like, what if we could find people who were fast? So that kind of stayed in the movie.
Mhm,
That's his
mhm.
whole idea. But they ended up recruiting people from the Jamaican military.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes. And on that note, speaking of people like trying to recruit, the coach, unfortunately, as we mentioned earlier, that is a complete fabrication. There was no Irving Blitzer.
No.
As an American cheater. In fact, the team's coach was a guy named George Finch, and he actually had never been a bobsledder in his life. He was a former U.S. trade diplomat. How that comes into bobsledding, I don't know, but he had an idea to put the team together and was discussing it with a friend, and one thing led to another. But the reason they actually had to borrow equipment once they got to the Olympics is
Mm.
because they lost all their funding, because he apparently lost a lot of money in
Oh,
between starting the team and the Olympics. So,
man, it's just like making a movie.
yeah, I'm like, that's a pretty good story. Or is it? I don't know. A guy loses all of his money. I think the cheating story is definitely better.
Yeah, but definitely more cinematic. And it works. It's like more clean for like, this kind of a story where it can focus on like the team and the.
That's true. Because I guess it would be worse if it was like, old rich diplomat dude wants to put together some Jamaican uh sprinters to win the Olympics medals, and then he loses his money because he does some bad investing or something.
Yeah. I was like, that's just too real. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, investors. Yeah.
Poor white guy.
Poor white guy.
I honestly, I don't know anything else about George Finch. He could be an amazing person. So sorry, George.
Sorry, George.
I just know what Wikipedia told me, and
Yeah.
it didn't tell me his character.
Ultimately, George is very successful. I mean, not only was there actually a Jamaican bobsled team, but they made a freaking movie out of it. That's amazing. So good for you, George. I mean, what a legacy.
I also have some stats on the current status of Jamaican bobsledding, and that is
I was going to ask about that.
yes. So it wasn't a one and done. They have never won the gold, but
Yes.
they were back. Yes. Yeah, I like that. Dun dun dun. Cool Runnings 2. Which did they make that? I don't know. I didn't research that. But what I did research is that they were back in 2026, participating for only the 5th time in the country's history for the Winter Olympics. That is. They have competed in 10 games, but they have yet to win a medal. 10 winter games. Sorry. Jamaica has been in 10 winter games, but they haven't won a medal. But by contrast, Jamaica has won 94 medals in the Summer Olympics.
Whoa!
Yeah, a lot. And that's why I said per capita, it's one of the highest medal counts of any country. But this year, the team was entered in the women's monobob, the 2-man, and the 4-man bobsled events.
Oh,
So
wow.
not just the 4-man, they've got the single and ladies. Single ladies. Single ladies. Monobob. And then the 2-man. So, yeah, but I don't remember what place they finished in, but I think it was accurate in the movie where they actually finished. Yeah. So good for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I love that they're still at it and going for it. And yeah, why not? You know, I think that's great.
Exactly. Well, and apparently they're
wonderful.
well funded now.
Great.
So they are able
We all
to do
need
more.
that.
If you're going to be an Olympian, Jesus Christ, you need to be well funded.
Yes.
That's a good pivot to our next movie.
You read my mind, girl. Yes.
And do you know where I was going with that? As far as funding and what is like the most expensive thing for figure skaters?
Oh, no, I don't know. Tell me.
One of the most expensive things about being a figure skating are those darn outfits.
Okay, that was gonna be my guess, but I didn't want to say it because I was like, it can't be the costumes. Is it the costumes? It can't be the costumes. And then you're like, it's the costumes.
It's the costumes. I mean, everything is expensive because you have the training and the coaching and
So much
travel and all of that. But yes, those costumes are thousands of dollars. One costume.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now I really want one. Just for me to wear, you know.
I've always wanted to have a figure skating costume. I wanted to be a figure skater.
I was going to ask, have you ever done any figure skating?
So I have, well, I don't know if you can call it figure skating. I have been a skater. I have ice skated.
Okay.
I grew up in Minnesota. That's where I'm from. And so there was lots and
Lots of ice.
ice
to skate on.
Yep. And I feel like I don't know any Minnesotan who has never been ice skating. Please tell me if you are a Minnesotan and you've never been ice skating, comment on, I'll put this in like our Instagram or something because I am so curious because I think that's just a rite of passage when you're in Minnesota, you ice skate. And even if you're not good, you're not a figure skater, you're not a hockey player, you've at least done it because it's a thing to do in the winter.
Yeah.
Have you been?
I love that. Yes, I have been. I love ice skating. So I took ice skating lessons when I was 2 or 3, like a bebe. But it was great because I got the foundation so early that like I'm pretty comfortable. I can't do any like fancy things though. But I loved it. I started dancing as well when I was about 2. So like I was a very active 2-year-old, horseback riding, ice skating, and ballet, tap, and jazz all.
As a 2-year-old? Wow.
2 to 3. Like it was like the end of being 2 into being 3. But yeah, I was not quite 3 years old yet when I started. So But I loved being on the ice. I also love cold weather in general. So like I love I love ice and snow and all of that. But yeah, figure skating is amazing. I mean, it combines so many of loves, because dance and just, the athleticism is phenomenal. Just a little bit of experience that I have, like those jumps, like I think it's so important for people to have the experience of, taking a little bit of like recreational like classes and stuff like that, just so that we can truly appreciate the artistry of these, figure skaters and ice dancers and everything. Like when we watch the Olympics, I feel like we take it for granted because they make it look so easy.
They
But
do.
but it's like, oh my gosh, like if anyone who's taken any kind of ice skating, figure skating, whatever lesson is like, oh yeah, no, trying to do a triple axel or a, double toe loop or whatever, it's just like, oh gosh, no. And watching the way they execute it with such beauty and grace, it just blows my mind every single time. Um,
Did you ever get to the point where you could do like any sort of jumps?
uh No, not really. I think we worked on some turns and like, you can turn very, very fast on the ice. And
Mm-hmm.
I think we were just working on some turns um when I moved. I moved around a lot, so I did like a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's like when I lived in this place, I did this, and then I moved here and then we did something else. So I have a lot of like little things I've kind of dabbled in. But yeah, it would be really fun. I don't know if at this age I could go into any kind of figure skating, but it would be fun.
Ugh, I always have that feeling. I'm just like, I would love to do that every time I like see somebody figure skating or cheerleading, which I did a little bit of, but I always was like, I want to do it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if I got on the ice right now, I'd fall on my butt. Um,
Yeah.
I've
Same.
wanted to go. Yeah, well, I wanted to go this year and nobody wanted to go figure skating with me or ice skating. I don't know. You can't call it figure skating.
No.
Ice skating. I just want to get on the
Okay.
ice, put on some skates and skate around.
Next
But I
time
never
we're
do
in the
it.
same city, I will go ice skating with you. I love ice skating.
Yay! Let's do it.
We should wear real like figure skating outfits when we go and people will be like, "Oh," and then we're just going to be like normal skaters. They're going
I
to be very
love
disappointed.
it. You heard it here, folks. This is going to come to social media.
Oh, yes.
So keep following
The
because
most
you're going to see.
underwhelming figure skaters in history.
Yep.
But damn, we look good.
Damn. Damn, we will. Yes. I wanted to wear something sparkly for our like chat today, but I realized I didn't have anything.
Oh, no. All right, we'll have to do a sparkly day another time.
Yes, I like
Yes.
this. I like this idea. So let's
I
get
will
into.
say,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, bringing us back around to Blades of Glory, which I think you were also going to do. I actually had a really interesting juxtaposition with this. So I had seen Blades of Glory a while ago, and then for this, I rewatched it, and I'm so glad I did because again, another great movie that holds up. I definitely forgot large swaths of the story, and it was just so funny. But what made it even better is that I also happened to be watching that Netflix TV show, Finding Her Edge.
Ooh.
And it was so interesting. So we've got the Olympics happening, so real life figure skaters, ice dancers, all of that jazz and like all the drama, which I'm sure we'll get into in a moment. All the tea. But then watching Blades of Glory and being like, this is hilarious, and oh my god, just everything was so hilarious and over the top, but it was very much like a satire, right?
Yes.
And then watching Finding Her Edge, which almost is like the middle. It's like if we have like real life and then we have Blades of Glory, and then in the middle is like Finding Her Edge, which is like kind of soap opera-y and like, definitely fiction. But there's also like things happening in there that you're like, oh no, this is a real thing. And then seeing it even more exaggerated in Blades of Glory, it just made me laugh. And I was like, this is so funny. Like just the degrees of like of drama and tea, and it was really fun. But the same kinds of things. You've got the diva, you've got the one who's like, more technically savvy or perfect, but then they're the one who's like got the
artist.
essence, the charisma, the je ne sais quoi.
The thing.
And then like, I mean, the absurdity of the pairing and everything, of course, but like, in Finding Her Edge, the pairing was more normal, but it was also like ooh, they're pairing those two together. It was like,
Ooh.
I was like, what is this?
Were they pairs or they ice dancers in the Finding Her Edge?
In Finding Her Edge, their main couple is a pair, an ice dancing pair, but it's like a team, and so there's also like solo dancers and figure skaters and things, and big personalities, lots of drama with like just I'm the star, I'm gonna be the Olympic gold medalist, but the pressure that comes with it, and then on top of that there's like family drama because there's like three sisters who are the daughters of a gold medal winning mom and dad team. So like they're supposed to be, they're the daughters, they're already famous, but then like how the three sisters all kind of react differently to like
The world.
just this whole thing. It's fun. It was fun. I mean, it was soapy and
Worth watching?
dramatic. Yeah, I think it's a fun little like grab a glass of wine with your girlfriends and like watch the teen love triangle things play out. And then also, if you're into the world of ice skating, then like you also kind of get a glimpse and you're like, oh yeah, that's kind of true, and like that's kind of how that works. And but I think I would have been more critical, to be perfectly honest, of Finding Her Edge if I hadn't rewatched Blades of Glory, and like so many things that were like similar. And I was like, oh, this is actually probably closer to real life, but I'm not like in the figure skating world, right? So like I was just like, oh, this is so dramatic. But then like thinking about it, I was like, oh my God, this person is like the Chaz Michaels character, and like, and I was like, oh, I get it. Like this is what's his name, McElroy. Like I was like, oh, I see it. This is so funny. So yeah, it was just an interesting thing. I highly recommend, like, if you like Blades of Glory, to watch Finding Her Edge and just kind of be like, oh, I see what you mean. It's like it's not meant to be satirical. It's not really funny. It's more like teen drama kind of stuff.
Drama.
But it's
Young
just
adult
interesting.
YA.
Yeah. But
I love it. I love it. I wish I could remember. There's another one on Netflix that I should recommend. That's another figure skating show.
Oh, really?
With the woman who was in Mad Men, Betty Draper. It's also something Spinning Out.
Spinning Out.
Yes, so Netflix also has a show called Spinning Out that is also about figure skating and love triangle, and also mental health. A big part of it is mental health because Betty Draper, what's her, January Jones, she plays the mom who has bipolar disorder, and she has two daughters. One of the daughters, I don't even know their actors' names, but one of them played Prim in the Hunger Games.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, she was the technical, as you said, the technical dancer. And then she had her older sister who was like also had bipolar, has bipolar, and can't like, she like falls and hits her head, and so she gets like the yips, or like she can't compete the way she was because she's afraid of falling again. And so she decides to become a pair skater. Not an ice dancer, pair skater. So that's the one where they actually like throw you and stuff. Because there's like several different types of like the people dancing together, and one is ice dancing and one's pairs. Blades of Glory, they're pairs.
Pairs. Yes, you're absolutely right. I conflated them earlier, so thank you for the correction.
That's all right.
Yes, in Finding Her Edge, they are ice dancers, not pair skaters. So I think I said that, but yeah,
Well, I was like,
you're right.
I think they should clarify because yes, this ice dancing. I love ice
Oh,
dancing. I love pair
so fun.
figure skating too, but they each have their own
Absolutely.
individual thing. But yes, for pair skating, that's when they both do the jumps and
Oh, love
also
that.
the throws. And that's what makes Blades of Glory, going back into Blades of Glory,
Yes.
really interesting concept because it's two dudes.
I mean, come on, it's 2026. I actually really wanna see 2 dudes, for
I
real.
do too. Actually, you know
And
what?
2 women. Like,
Why not?
why
I
not?
I wonder if there are rules against that. I don't know. There shouldn't be though, because that actually. I mean, I know they're like the movie is parody, but they watching them together. I know they're not actually like Will Ferrell and Napoleon Dynamite
Okay. No, I'm like, what?
are not actually skating. But they look good together.
Yeah, I think it would be really fun. I mean, it's just fun to watch 2 people skating together. Like, it's not like the gender,
Doesn't
I don't
matter.
know. That doesn't matter. I would love to see 2 non-binary people skating together. I wanna see everything. I wanna see all possibilities.
All the options. Give me
All
all
the
the
options.
options.
See, I am a creature of variety. I told you.
Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, what was your favorite part then, since it was you had to do like a rewatch to remember?
Yeah. My favorite moment of Blades of Glory. Oh, so many good moments. I really love um the dynamic between Will Arnett and Amy Poehler's character, of
Yes.
just the sibling duo and then the weird, like, oh my god, the weird, like, sexual attraction. I don't know what's happening between them. But I think everything that they were in just had me in stitches, I think. But like the phone call where he's asking her out and then like they both are being coached by their, other folks around them. Like that scene gets me every time. Like I just love that scene so much. And it's like a great moment too in the story where like, Chaz and Jimmy are, starting to bond and like stuff. And it's such a good moment where like Chaz is like genuinely trying to help, but it's like so weird and out there. But then like what was Amy Poehler and Will Arnett's character name? Do you remember?
Oh, Fairchild? Was it something Strauss and oh, let's look this up again. Strauss and something Fairchild, I think.
Blades of Glory. Blades of Glory.
I think it was Strauss. Fairchild, I guess, was her name.
Oh,
What was her last name? What?
sounds absurd enough that it's probably true.
Yeah, it just says her name was Fairchild. Okay, hold on, IMDb. Let's see. Oh,
Maybe that's why we don't remember it.
It is Fairchild. Strauss and Fairchild van Waldenberg.
Oh my god, that's a ridiculous. Oh my god, this movie's brilliant. Okay, so yes, like when they're coaching the two of them on the phone, trying to get them to ask each other on the date, but then like Chaz is just going off the rails, and then Fairchild ends up matching the energy perfectly, and it's so weird. It's just so weird and
It's very
hilarious, and yeah, just so much deliciousness. I really love that scene. And then, of course, I love like when they're actually on the ice, actually dancing the like final dance. Like that's just so fun, so iconic, so perfect.
Absolutely. Oh, the music in that movie is so great. It brings me to two things that I wanted to mention. So the very first part of that movie where they're introducing the characters and they have like the little boy at the orphanage skating to Time to Say Goodbye, the Italian version.
Yes.
Did you know that is the second time that song has been in a Will Ferrell movie? He has used it also in Step Brothers, the
What?
Spanish version. Yes, he sings it at the Catalina wine mixer. So he must love that song.
Oh
I
my
don't know. That's
gosh.
a theory of mine. Um, but it is a perfect
Hilarious. skating
song.
Yes.
As are the other songs they dance to, like the Armageddon song, and then
Chef's
Flash.
kiss.
Yes.
Chef's kiss.
I'm pretty sure that I made out with my first boyfriend to that song. Good old Armageddon.
It's a good makeout song.
Yes. At my cabin in the North Woods of Minnesota. It was
Oh.
a very short romance. I don't even know if you could call him a boyfriend. I mean, I guess you could. My one and only. But he was uh, uh, a summer fling, as they say. 16.
Gotta love a good summer fling.
Yes. Yes. Although, and in terms of people, not a great guy, I don't think. Kind of a
Oh, okay.
yes, because the next year, then he started dating my best friend, who I brought up to the cabin. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
No.
Also, what's up with the best friend?
Yeah, I didn't love that. I didn't
Yeah,
love
chicks
that.
prefer dicks, my friend.
Exactly. Well, and she had heard all the stories of like,
It's the golden rule.
it is the golden rule. So told you that. Again, we're getting off topic. Let's go back to the music of Blades of Glory, because that actually
Yes.
brings me into the real versus the real, because
Oh, I love
that
this part.
is a little bit of a controversy that I was going to talk about. So I have a lot more controversy pertaining to this year's Olympics for the figure skating than bobsledding. There wasn't really any controversy for the bobsledders. But have you ever wondered why they choose the songs they do? Because I ended up watching with a friend, and we were like, some of these songs are super boring. Sorry, why did you choose this song? And we're like, why don't they do more, pop songs? Well, we got the answer. The answer is apparently there are a lot of copyright issues. Crazy, crazy copyright issues. And
Interesting.
yeah, because a platform like the Olympics, where you have you're on TV and
Oh.
like in different places of the world, it's apparently really hard to get permission to use some songs, and um that's caused problems in the past for performers or skaters. They've actually had to choose a different song at the last second. They're, what do they call it? They're skating, not platform. The right word is, I'm totally blanking. Their compilation to
Oh, yeah.
a certain song, and then if they have to change it the last second, it can cause a lot of problems. Let me
Yeah,
get
like
to
the whole, like all the choreography and everything, right? Like, so it's like they have to find another song and so that they can keep their choreography basically the same, but that's practically impossible.
Yeah, exactly. So music wise, I wanted to know why they always chose, some people chose like boring classical songs. I'm like, because, okay, you can tell a difference in, I feel like, the passion of their skating if they love their songs. And a lot of the times, the songs that are more recent can really bring a lot out in a skater. But yeah, when I did my research for this, apparently a recurring issue is copyright problems. And it's actually forced some of the athletes to scramble to get approval or completely ditch their song altogether for, a new song for their planned programs.
Oh
Like
my
they
God,
have,
that would be so terrifying.
yeah. Like apparently there was one skater who had a Minions themed skate, and he got confirmation, he got his copyright like at the very last second.
Oh man.
Um Spanish skater Thomas Lorenek. Oh my gosh, his name is crazy. Thomas Lorenek Guarano Sabate. I probably murdered that. But he was working feverishly to obtain approval to the music to the Minions. But he did get it, and was able to perform his short program with it.
Phew.
Yes. But seriously, one of my favorite routines of all time is an ice dancing pair
Mhm.
that skated to Moulin Rouge. And it's honestly, it's did you see that? It was like 2 Olympics ago, I think.
It sounds very
Um,
familiar. I'm pretty sure I've seen it, like, on YouTube.
Pyeongchang, 2018. So what? It's every 4 years. So 19, 20, 20, yeah, 2 Olympics ago. Um, and yeah, that was Scott. Oh wait, sorry, no. Ignore everything I just said. Reading a different thing. Um, okay, so uh Scott Moyer and Tessa Virtue, they danced ice danced to Moulin Rouge. And I did not write down when they did that. So,
Okay.
um but yeah, they got permission apparently, and it was one of the best ice dancing routines I've ever seen. But what I was going with, the Pyeongchang, um so a lot of the time they were not actually allowed to skate to modern music, but they actually changed that in 2014 when the
Oh,
ISU lifted its ban on the lyrics part of uh programs. So before you could not have songs with lyrics, apparently.
that makes sense. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I remember. Yeah, yeah, okay. Cool.
So they did that as a means to like trying to appeal to a younger crowd, trying to get the like younger crowd, which totally makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm young and
Yeah,
hip
you
and
are,
wanna,
girl.
yeah, I want to hear some Aerosmith, which is
Maybe
that's cool still.
Ixnay on the Aerosmith.
Wait, what happened to Aerosmith? Are they bad now?
No, no. It just ages us.
Oh, yeah, that, yes, that. Okay, I was like, did they get canceled and I didn't know?
No, no, no.
Uh,
Just
Oh,
wanting to
man.
help you out with the youthful uh
Thank
taste.
you. I meant, um,
Billie
oh, what's that?
Eilish?
Billie Eilish. Yeah. I was gonna say the girls who are in that Demon Hunters movie.
Oh, Huntrix.
Huntrix.
Yes, you're right. Huntrix.
Huntrix all the way. Yeah, and
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Charlie XIXE, whatever.
You are so funny. Oh my god, I love you. Um, yeah, I'm obsessed with Huntrix and K-pop Demon Hunters, which we have to do an episode on later. But I would love to watch an ice dancing routine to Golden.
Oh, yes. Please,
Yeah.
somebody
Actually,
do
I would
this.
love to watch a female ice dancing routine to Golden.
Ooh, I like that.
Hmm,
Yes. Can we
hmm.
make that happen, somebody?
That would be very cool.
I mean, Alyssa Liu, I think. Or is that how you pronounce her name? I think she'd
Yes,
kill that.
I love her.
Did you see her routines this year?
Of course. I mean, I think everyone in the world has seen Alyssa Liu's routine this year.
Gold medalist, girl.
Girl, she's
So,
crushing it. She is so hashtag goals. She's just everything right now. Like, her routine was fire. Her energy was just, oh my gosh. Like, everybody, just as soon as she stepped on the ice, we all were just immediately vibing with her. It was amazing.
did you
It was
get like a
amazing
kind of
to
like
be part of it.
a Chaz Michael vibe from her? Like she's kind of like a baddie,
Oh, yeah.
but like in a
D-
not like a sex pervert way, but
I mean, no, I don't kink shame Alyssa, all right? Just whatever.
you know what? It's true. It's true. Do you, girl?
You
Do
do
you,
you,
girl?
girl. No, 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 no. She's so sweet and wonderful. No, but I know exactly what you mean. It's that I don't give an vibe.
Yes. Well, exactly.
And
Like
yeah, she was amazing. I mean, totally on the positive end of the I don't give a F vibe, and like Chaz Michael's more on the negative end of that, but
that is true.
the same spectrum of, and I think
Confidence?
absolutely, and that like that fuck it energy, like it's so delicious and authentic, and I feel like, you know, it's kind of like the opposite of like desperate girlfriend energy, which I feel like is so
Yes.
easy to get into, especially, you and I know about this even as actors. Like when you're like, oh, whatever, I'm just going to do this audition, da da da, and then you do it, you tend to book those auditions than the ones where you're like, I am going to make every single moment perfect and the lighting is perfect and the sound is perfect. And it's like, and those are the ones I'm like, oh my God, this audition tape is so perfect. And then I don't book it. And then I can't get anything to work right. And I'm like, I have 5 minutes to get this in. Okay, just get it in.
Just do it.
And then I book it. And I'm like, what? But it's that fuck it energy. And I feel like she just, it
Has
was like,
that.
oh, it was so good. And it's so inspiring. Like, I mean, a few years ago, we had the same type of thing with the gymnastics situation, right?
Oh, Biles, Simone Biles.
We had the same sort of thing with the gymnastics, like the summer stuff a few years ago with Simone Biles, right? Where she took her mental health and her sanity as more important than the competition. And Alyssa Lewis did something similar. She took, 2 years off because she wasn't happy. And being where I am in my career right now, like I just like these two young women are so inspiring in that way. And, I've been doing a lot of thinking too, just like having been in the grind for so long and our industry is kind of crazy right now. And I've been having all these like weird thoughts and feelings, but these thinking about Alyssa and Simone and everything. And it's like, yeah, sometimes you just need to have that real talk with yourself, right? And like with Alyssa's stuff, like, she spoke about just, she was doing the grind and she was incredibly unhappy and it just wasn't making her happy anymore. And it's like, yeah, if you're in those kinds of environments and you're not happy anymore, then what's the point,
Yeah,
right? And
exactly.
and then she came back to it when it did kind of like she was able to like feel her agency and her like it was her choices and her way. And then it brought her the joy that she needed. And then she was like, I don't even need the medal. Like the joy is enough. And then she got the medal too.
And then she got the medal. Well earned.
Well earned. And it was so inspiring. And it just gave me a lot to think about even in my own life and career, just like, yeah, I've been doing this for so many years. Am I happy? I don't know. Just a good thing to ask yourself every once in a while and not be afraid of the answer. And if the answer is no, be real. Like, okay,
Yeah.
make a change. You're not happy? Make a change.
Change it
I
up.
love that. I love
It
that.
is. That's a good way to live through life. 'Cause, well, I feel like if you have like a 9 to 5, like me, if you'd say like, does this make you happy? Answer is almost always no. Actually, I don't know. For me, it's no. The other stuff in life, does that give you happiness? That's a great lesson. Thank you for sharing that. I didn't actually
Yeah.
know. I didn't know
Oh,
that about her.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, I know she also like what was it? It was like 24 years of no US woman bringing home the gold. So there was
Yes.
also that.
Yes.
Which was amazing. But yeah, she I think was up for the Olympics when she was 16 or she quit when she was 16. And it was just like she was just yeah,
It was just too stressful and
it was
she
just
wasn't
too
happy.
much. She wasn't happy, like, it wasn't like she was still going through the motions, but she was like a shell of who she was, and she's like, like, I don't wanna do it this way." She's like, "I wanna choose my music. I wanna eat what I wanna eat. Like, I don't want people, like, controlling, like, all of this," and yeah, and she took 2 full years off, completely off from ice skating. Like, she's been, like, skating since she was a baby nonstop, right? And then 2 complete years off, and then she came back on her own terms, in her own way, like, so
Took it
inspiring.
home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh, that is great. That is so inspiring. And to bring it back to Blades of Glory, which is not as inspiring, but that
In its
they
own
take
way.
in its own way, they take their time off too. and come back to a new sport and find that joy again, because clearly they were missing it in their
Yeah.
roles as a what was McEnroy was working as a skate shop
Oh,
fitting
right.
skates on people, and then Michael was working at the Grumblings.
Oh my God, that was so disgusting. Oh my God. Remember when he like puked in the costume? I was like,
Ugh.
so gross.
Nothing to see here. Look away.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God. Yeah. Oh man. That's actually leads me into, we kind of pivoted like well away, and we were supposed to talk about the Olympics. So I'm glad we got into that. But I wanted to say my favorite moment
Oh,
was
yes.
when they're fighting at, why can't I think of the name? The Grumblings. The name of the, where they're like
Oh,
actually
right.
fighting,
Yes,
and
yes.
Craig T. Nelson, their coach, like
Yes.
sees the sees the news video, and it's like, like they're fighting in a pairs skating way, and
Yes.
that's how he knows. He's like, this could work.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh my God.
so
Yeah.
graceful. I love that. I love that
Yeah.
moment because all in like slow motion, and
So masterfully done. Yeah. Yeah.
yes. A second
was-
favorite move, is definitely the Flash routine, because I love
Oh,
I love
yeah.
I love that song. Master of the universe. Great.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. But I want to talk about, okay, so speaking of costumes, the costumes in
Mm.
that movie, bananas, like the
Oh,
Van
so fire. Fire and
Valdenbergs.
ice.
Oh, fire and ice. Yes, as they are,
Mhm,
Got the
mhm,
Chaz
mhm.
Michael, and you got the what's his first name?
Jimmy?
McElroy?
Jimmy, right?
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Oh, sweet little Jimmy and
Jimmy
his snow
McElroy.
cones.
Oh my God, the snow
The snow cone scene.
So many good touches. So many good
How he
touches.
how he kisses her after she tells him about like her parents dying in a car accident, trying to take her to skating
Oh my
practice or
God.
something.
She was so good with that too. Like just the eyes, like
Yes.
while they're kissing. So
Jenna
weird.
Fisher was great. Like,
She was so good. I totally forgot she was in that movie until we rewatched it. I was like, oh yeah, that was Jenna Fisher.
Yeah. She wasn't in, I don't know, she wasn't like in a lot of things, and now she's doing a podcast. So,
Is she?
yeah, with Angela from The Office. They're doing an
Oh.
Office podcast.
Oh, yes. Yes, I do know about that. I love that they're like besties in real life. I think that's amazing.
Yes. And Angela, for the record, very, very nice. Not Angela-esque at all. I worked at Starbucks in Valley Village, and she was a regular there and just the sweetest lady. So,
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I can totally see that about her. Yeah, and Jenna Fisher is she's just so real. I got a chance to work with her on Splitting Up Together. Remember that show?
yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
I had a little scene in there, and I got to work with her, and she was so wonderful and lovely, um and yeah,
Was
I
that a
think we
co-star?
yes, that was a co-star. And yeah, she was like talking about like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to go home and like make bread. I'm really into like making bread." And I was like, "How are you so normal?" It's like, "Oh yeah, just gonna, after my day at work, I'm gonna go home and make some bread." And I'm like, "You're amazing.
You're so sweet.
Yeah, just so sweet, so down to earth, so real. Just I love her. She's great."
I do want to talk one more about real versus real.
Yes. Tell me
Because
everything.
I really thought, so did you watch The Quad God? Ilya
Yes.
Malanin?
There's something
think
like
that's
that.
his name.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I did.
So the first time I saw him perform, I really did think that he was like a combination of Jimmy McEnroe and Chaz Michael. Like, both his hair
Ah,
and his attitude because he also has that confidence, like, brilliant. Yeah.
definitely. He's got that cocky vibe.
Yes, but he oh my gosh, so I watched the team event, which I'm really glad that I did because I got to see him really perform because then I watched his independent, performance, and it was so sad because that's actually one of the controversies that I was gonna talk about is that apparently, there was a lot of falling on the ice, not just
Mhm.
him, which, yeah, sucked, it was a bummer. I think there was a lot of pressure on him because
Oh,
people were like,
yeah.
"He's got the gold in the bag," and that's gotta be a lot for a kid, like,
Yeah,
he's a kid.
absolutely. We
Um,
forget how young all of these skaters are, like, early 20s, late teens, like, they're bebes. And yes, this
Bebets.
bebes, absolute bebes. And, like, um, Ilya, I just wanna address in that moment, I feel like you could feel it as soon as he stepped on the ice. That it was like, "Uh-oh, this is not the moment," but it's like, as theater actors, we know, like, the show must go on, like, you can't just stop and be like, "Can I do a take? Can I do another take?" Like, no, you can't, like, it's
Unless
theater.
you're Tonya
It's
Harding.
it's oh, well,
Oh. If she had a broken shoelace or something, so but yeah, apparently there was a lot of falls and, everybody was saying that the ice felt soft, which again, you gotta
Oh,
just go
I
out there
didn't
and
know that.
crush it. Yeah, but that was one of the controversies is that, um people were falling in speed skating and hockey, and, they were kinda like the ice quality was not the
Hmm,
best. It was slushy. They weren't, like, maintaining it in between. It was, maybe not as cold as it needed to be, which can lead to falling,
yeah,
but it is
that's
a bummer.
dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Oh,
wanted to see him land all those quads, man.
I
Everybody
know.
did.
But it's also like, I think I wanna give him credit too. You could tell he was disappointed, obviously. You could tell, like I said, when he stepped on the ice that it was, like, already not looking great. But I do feel like afterwards, I was really impressed with the maturity with which he handled it
Yes.
compared to Chaz Michael Michaels and Jimmy McElroy.
Oh,
I think Ilya did a very outstanding job of showing professionalism and good sportsmanship and good sportsmanlike conduct and, yeah,
well
like
said.
and, especially like we said, like, he's still a kid, I'm sure he's gonna do amazing things. He's already done amazing things with his life and
Amazing.
career, but, he'll be back. He'll show
He
us.
will be back. He'll be back. He'll get those
He'll get
medals. He's
back.
got his gold in the team medal, but he'll be back and
Yes.
get his individual, I am sure.
Yeah,
But you're
no
right.
doubt.
And he was very mature about that. They talk about
Mhm.
doing what's best for them.
Yeah. I think it's a really lovely there are so many things happening in the world at large and in society where it feels like we're going backwards or, things like, like even when we were talking about Cool Runnings, just like the character, the integrity, like you just don't see those kinds of movies anymore, which makes you wonder about society. But then, we watch these kids in real life demonstrating, real maturity in the moment, real self awareness, humility, grace under fire. Like it's really inspiring to watch. And yeah, I would love to see more
Absolutely.
movies kind of emulating that side of the progress that we have made in the mental health world.
Yes, I agree. And I hope they do one on the women's hockey team.
Oh boy. Oh, the hockey teams.
Ooh, do we want to get into that controversy? We like hit our hour mark by a lot. Um,
We had several minutes of uh cut and stuff, but
oh
yeah,
yes.
do you want to or we can skip and like wrap things up?
You know what? Let's us put this on the back burner
Okay.
because maybe that's our hook for next time. Have you watched Heated Rivalry?
Not yet, but it's high on my list. So maybe
What
it's a
about
heated rivalry and talk about the US team.
yes, let's do this.
Let's do
Yeah,
that.
if that works, because that's hockey, 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 and
Oh
we can
yeah.
talk hockey.
Yeah. And gay sex. And hockey.
Oh.
Right?
And Connor's butt. Because
let's talk about it.
Yes. So, okay, before we wrap up, was there anything you wanted to talk about Blades of Glory wise? Because I'm going to get into the quick fire round questions.
Okay, yes, I definitely want to do the quick fire round.
All right, so the costume. So, all right, one of the extra segments we're going to do is a quick fire round questions.
Woo! Extra.
I like that. Let's keep that. Maybe I could have a little audio thing that somebody could create for us, and just press a button and it'll be like extra questions or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I love that. I'll get Daniel on it.
Oh yes, please. Okay, so costumes. Who wore it better? Or what was a better look? The Jamaican spandex suit or the fire and ice leotards?
I mean, I love the Jamaicans, but come on, fire and ice leotards all day, every day.
Every day. Oh,
every day.
Yes.
I mean, we already talked about, we established that, figure skaters spend thousands of dollars on their costume. Like, there's a reason.
There is a reason. Yes. This was not a surprising answer. Not at all.
Unless somebody listening is like, absolutely not. Then we want to hear. So tell us.
Yes, exactly. Yes, please tell us. We want to know your thoughts on the matter. All right. The coach, John Candy or Craig T. Nelson, who you want in your corner?
Ooh. Okay. I think Craig T. Nelson, coach. He's coach, obviously.
He's coach.
But I'm going to actually say John Candy just because I really appreciate, like I said earlier, his character and his integrity. And I think that makes him an amazing person and the type of coach that I would want to work with. Like somebody I can really admire for like a deep values-based reason.
Love that. Agreed.
How about you?
I'm gonna go Craig T. Nelson.
Yeah. Coach.
I like his
classic.
coach. Yeah, I like his style. I like his gruffness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see you responding to that very well. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. All right, next one. The move. What is more dangerous, the Iron Lotus or a bobsled with a loose screw?
Iron Lotus all the way.
Yeah.
I mean,
what was it? Korea? She got her head cut off.
Yeah. Okay. Well, to be fair, I guess the bobsled with a loose screw is technically more realistic because the Iron Lotus is fake. But no, the Iron Lotus is absolutely the most dangerous thing I've ever heard of. I love that shot too, where it's like just the hair like on his chinny chin chin. So good. Classic.
Love it. Yeah, I would agree with that. Iron Lotus. So dangerous. Yeah. Oh my god. All right, snack. Would you rather have a lucky egg or an Italian cannoli? I don't know what that comes from, the Italian cannoli. I was trying to bring it back to a snow cone. Ooh. How about that?
Okay.
A lucky egg or a snow cone?
Snow cone.
Of course. Yeah.
So good, obviously.
Would you rather have...
If there was a cannoli, I would take the cannoli.
Yes.
How
about a cannoli flavored snow cone?
Oh yeah.
Is that it?
I am all over that. Like white on rice. I'm just kidding.
What a hard decision. Would you rather have a hard boiled egg or sugar on top of snow?
I don't know. But you know what? I will say this is a lucky egg. It's not just any egg. And this is just we're talking about a regular run-of-the-mill snow cone. I mean.
That is true. That is true. Lucky egg.
What would you do for the luck?
Oh, like how do you get the luck, or what would I do with the luck?
Yeah, the second one. Like, what would you want to use that luck towards if you chose the lucky egg?
record this podcast.
Hey, I like that.
Get some listeners.
Yes.
Listen to us, please. Listen.
Next year, we'll win a Golden Globe for our podcast.
That's right. They have a Gold Globe category. That's how we do it. That seems like an easy way.
Okay, so I'm changing my answer. I want the lucky egg so I can
win a Golden Globe.
Win a Golden Globe.
Hey,
and we'll bring the egg with us.
Yes, globe, egg.
Egg? It's a sign.
True. It is a sign. All right. All right.
All
I
right.
like your thinking. All right. Let's see. The verdict. I wrote this like weeks and weeks ago, so I'm like rereading all of this. Which movie is more Olympic? The one where they crash but walk, or the one where they win by skating to Aerosmith?
I mean, that's kind of apples and oranges a little bit. But,
I know, it's a bad question.
But if I had to answer it, I would probably say the crash but walk, just because it's like, it's such a, like, there are bigger things than just winning a medal. It's about honor and representation and integrity and character and teamwork and earning your space. And that feels very Olympic to me.
What you said. I have no notes. No notes.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was another easy question. Of course, we're going to give it to Cool Runnings. That is a stand-up moment and very close to what actually happened in real life. So,
good job,
a real
Jamaican.
Olympic moment. Good
Yes.
job. And someday that medal will be yours.
Yes, it will. I'm rooting for you.
Yes. All right, last question. The event swap. Would you rather be the driver of a bobsled going 80 miles per hour with no previous experience, or being the person being thrown in the air during a forbidden figure skating move?
You know, I'm going to go with the person being thrown in the air.
Okay.
because it's not real. And so I think my brain knows that and is like, yeah, that one. Because the other one is real. And as much as I love driving in a car very fast, I do not like roller coasters. And I feel like the sensation of being a driver in a bobsled going 80 miles per hour would feel more like a roller coaster. And that is a big no-no for Poonam. So I'm going to have to go with the other one.
All right. Well, I'm going to
Risk
say
the beheading.
Risk the beheading. Hey, you know what? I like that answer. And my answer is a little more type A. I like to be in control. I like to be in charge. And I think I would like to be the driver of the bobsled, even if I had no idea what I was doing.
You would be an excellent driver.
Right? Thank you.
Yeah, you would crush that. I love it.
Rachel Swendiman coming at you as the 2030 bobsled driver of the Olympics. I could learn that, right?
I think so. I believe in you.
Thank you. You heard it here, folks. All right. Well, I'd say let's wrap up our episode number 1.
Woo! We did it. We did it.
We did it.
And yeah, that's our commentary on the real world for today. So whether you're Team Chaz or Team Jamaica, you know, thanks for hanging out with us on the ice.
And if you loved today's episode, please do us a huge favor and hit that follow button on Spotify or wherever you're listening. It's going to help the show find other people and more pop culture lovers. And also, if you want to help us keep the lights on here in LA,
and here in New York City, consider joining our community on Patreon. Your support helps us stay extra with bonus content, early access, and other fun perks that we're, still figuring out. You can find the link to our show notes over here or at patreon.com/real extra commentary.
Lastly, we want to hear from you.
From you.
From you. of
From
course,
you.
our listener. Wait, from me? From me?
Yeah, from you.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, good thing you're here and I'm here. No, we want to hear from you. What's your favorite extra moment from the films we discussed or from the podcast? You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Real Extra Commentary to share your thoughts. Once again, I am Rachel Swendiman.
And I'm Poonam Basu.
Stay real, everybody.
And stay a little bit extra.